to him. I remember an older lady in my church, bless her heart, she's my Facebook friend. Like, most people are not Facebook friends when they're in their 80s, but my dear friend Norma Schechterly is. But Mrs. Schechterly had 5 children, and she would tell this story. I remember as a teenager she told this story, and as a young mom, I've heard her tell this story. Sometimes in the middle of a crazy day when her kids were getting all over the place, her 5 children, she would just get down on the floor and say, "Help me, Jesus!" And she said, I don't know if I scared them to death. But she said, I don't know what it was, if Jesus would just answer my prayer. But it seemed like they would get quiet and things would seem better for a while.
Play around when you're holding suitcases. It's a new day. Throw away your mistakes and open up your heart. Lay down your guard. You don't have to be afraid.
The first thing that we're looking to when we feel that trigger emotion of heaviness or discouragement or stinkiness in our life is to go to God and say, give me something, God, to help me today. When we go to God, you know what? He's a perfect dad. He doesn't say, well, you brought that on yourself, honey, that's your fault. You made your bed, you lie in it. No, he's a perfect dad. He comes over and he takes your hand and he's like, here, I'll help you. You asked me for help, I will be there. When you claim what Satan's putting in your mind, how does that often make you feel? What are words that describe how you feel when you're claiming what Satan's trying to put in your brain and your mind? Shout out some words. Worthless. Defeated. Stupid. Fat. Helpless. Ashamed. Those are that's Satan's luggage. That's not yours. When you start feeling that, you know what you need to do? Call airport security. Stay away from that baggage. Who's your airport security? God, I know this is not for me. To Satan, the first thing we normally put on is what? What's a thing he uses? Fear. What is that thing in your life that's a little stinky, a circumstance you can't change? If you're feeling fear, who gives you fear? Is that from God? Satan. Reject it. Never even start to open the baggage. What else? Somebody said a word that was similar to this. Then Satan says, yeah, I keep looking at my baggage. Let me give you this. This is a real good one. This is my favorite one. Hopeless. Things will never change in your marriage. Haven't you noticed your husband has been like this for 15 years? You've been praying. How long have you been praying? 15 years. It stinks. God, why are you not here helping me? Finally, get my enemy's junk off of you. Lisa, I didn't give you that. I didn't give you these lies you put on. I didn't give you fear. Get this off. I didn't give you heaviness. I said you could soar with the eagle. Lisa, my burden is light. You get in my baggage. You're not going to feel defeated anymore. Why did you even open that? When you felt that first trigger emotion of despair, you should have immediately called upon me, and I would have saved you from that horrible baggage. But you chose to open it. Satan can't make you open his baggage. Say it with me, ladies. Satan can't make me open his baggage. My goal tonight is that you would begin to see fingerprints, the characteristics of God marking your life, and that you would not worry any longer, that you would really see worry as a sin, because you have a Heavenly Father who cares for you. You just need to go to your dad. And we're going to go to him right now and pray, because this is all about him. I want